If you ever catch someone...
Bro, what the fuck are these niggas wearing, nigga? We supposed to be hooping. I can take my long little jacket off. Nigga, y'all got spandex on. Y'all got goddamn belts that are supposed to look like something across your body. Take it off and put on some hoop clothes. What are we doing? Why does everybody have a mask on like y'all look like Baraka? Mind you, that mask does not look good on that nigga. Oh my God, it doesn't.
Bane mask in real life.
And we back with another video, man. But today, wherever you at, I got the craziest basketball movie ever. Kung Fu Dunk from that boy, not Lorente, not Llorente. I'm not sure. But listen, I'm gonna type it out. You sound it out for yourself. Figure it out for yourself. Original video is in the description if you want to watch it. But listen, we about to go ahead and get into it, man. The craziest basketball movie ever. And on this poster, on the thumbnail, this nigga said that bro on the thumbnail was supposed to be the Asian LeBron. The Asian LeBron. Let's see, bro. What's he talking about? What's he talking about?
It's been a minute since my last basketball video, so I guess here's another one.
Shout out.
Hey,
yo.
So the movie opens up like any other, with a baby in a bin.
I'm about to say,
and a
what
homeless
is
man
it
beside him. The homeless man heads to a local kung fu school and tries to offload him to the headmaster, along with a book that came with a child titled Altering Universe. The headmaster recognizes the title and realizes that this kid is destined for greatness.
Okay.
He agrees to take him in, and the homeless man steps on his face before flying away. I know that brother has not seen soap or water a day in his life. A couple years go by and the headmaster demonstrates Altering Universe to his student. It's a technique that allows the user to not only stop time but also to rewind it. But I guess we'll never
what? Okay.
know how it works because the master did it wrong and packed himself off instead.
This nigga froze himself in the snow. It wasn't even snowing that bad. He just killed himself while just doing some basic training. What?
Repeat to the fallen. We skip a good, I'm gonna say 15 years into the future and catch Fang looking at fine shit. But brother's game is so bad that whenever a girl finds out that he likes them, they wanna commit suicide. And I'm not even joking. This one is literally standing on a building edge. We cut back to the school and get introduced to a couple new characters. What? Aye, Golden Leg. You guys remember him from Sheldon Soccer, right? That was a good time. And his leg, it's healed. Nightfall comes and we catch Fang skipping rocks on a lake. He grows bored of that and decides to fire a can straight into the bin. He then volleys another one Brazilian style, and as you can see, this caught the stranger's attention. Lee, who's homeless, tried to replicate what Fang did but failed. Many times over, Fang flexed on him again and fired the can into the bin with no sweat.
Oh, damn.
He makes a bet with Fang and says that if he can get the coin into his mouth, he'll treat him to dinner.
In your mouth? Why your mouth? Why not the trash can?
They agree on the bet, and the coin inevitably gets fired straight down his throat. I don't know why he thought this was a good idea. Lee holds up his end of the bargain and they go to a fancy restaurant. And when I say they went to a fancy restaurant, I mean they went to the back of it where the bins are. Lee reveals his true intentions over the dinner and tells Fang that they should use his athleticism to scam people at a club by playing darts. And it wasn't even a bad plan.
You didn't even see me use my hands, nigga. You saw me use my feet. And you want me to scam niggas with you over playing darts? Playing darts? Nigga, you saw me with my feet. What made you think, oh yeah, he got to be like that with his hands? You're the one that threw something at me. I kicked it.
Because they actually made some decent dough from the scheme. But the amount of money they made attracted the attention of the local gangbanger. Things escalate and it turns into an all-out brawl. And I don't even know how we got here because Fang was eating ice cream a second ago and now he's been like it man, throwing guys all over the place, ruining the club. Whilst Fang was out there in the fields, his self-appointed uncle was eating scraps of food left over by the customers that ran out. The next wave of goons slide through and they mean business because now they're bringing out the Zompuck toes. Fang gets to work and shows them why his hands are rated E for effort.
They said they got spiritual essence. They got spiritual energy. Okay, they brought out the Zompuck toe.
Everyone. He hops on this guy's shoulder, takes a quick flick for the gram and dives back in. He hits a Batman roll on the counter and proceeds to use his legs to send the goons flying. He soars into the air one final time before landing on the ground and swiping 2 batons from the foot soldiers. He uses the batons to beat 4 men simultaneously before sending them into bottles of yak and causing the chandelier to fall down. There is no way these guys aren't dead. The next day comes around and we see the club owner plus the gangbanger link up with the headmaster of the school asking for a merger. The headmaster said no originally, but all that changed after they offered him literal bars of gold, and that was enough motivation for him to find the culprit and terrorize the bombs from the night before. He went into the courtyard and asked the student to turn himself in, otherwise the entire school is getting expelled. Fang's boy stands up just to turn into a snitch.
You bitch!
Now he has to get beaten by the goons that he already slapped up and is not allowed to retaliate, which doesn't make sense because if he's getting expelled anyway, he might as well fight back. Fang, who's out of choice and frankly out of options, goes to Uncle Lee for advice, and the first thing he says is that he should become a footballer. But something tells me that basketball is
brother, yeah, he's gonna make this shot, but brother, this ain't Blue Lock. I can't just randomly become some big ass soccer player, man. That's just not realistic. I done put my eggs in this basket. You better help me fill out this motherfucking basket, bitch.
More his steez. His uncle saw nothing but dollar signs after that shot and decided to capitalize off his ability. He then pitched his horrible childhood to the chancellor of a university as a way to market him. They started calling this nigga the basketball orphan.
No.
Crazy. Things started to escalate and now he's giving press conferences. He gets stopped mid-conference by Lily. Remember? The girl from earlier? She says no one can join the team unless the captain says so. Alright,
so I got a question. How many times is she gonna touch her glasses? How many times she gonna touch her glasses, y'all think? That was 3 times that we seen already. I'm gonna count them subconsciously. Y'all count them in real life because I got a microphone in front of me. I can't really just... 1. 5. Oh, that's 6. That's 6. I can't do that. You know what I mean?
Has to do is score 1 point on the captain and he's in the team. The captain pulls up to run the ones, but because he was drinking before this, brother is yacked out of his mind.
You don't even take this
nigga serious. I soon ate those words because they do the tip off.
He stuck the can in between the rim and the back. But why would you do that? Whatever.
The ball first, but the captain steals the ball and hits a slam dunk off the backboard. Fang starts off with the rock this time and I don't know what that was,
the fuck are
but he
doing?
shows him that he's built different and gets nothing but net.
Sure.
Just like that, he's on the team. He turns out to practice the following day and brother was moving like Midorima. Wade tells Lily that they might have a shot at winning the tournament this year with Fang on their team. The only issue is that he has no fundamentals of the game. So when it came to game 1 of the tournament, he was pants. Fang takes his first ever shot of the game and hits nothing but straight air. The PG dribbles before letting the rock fly. The ball hits the rim and Fang jumps sky high for the rebound and then drives to the other side of the court. He then stops, kisses the ball and dives into his Steph Curry bag to hit the final 3 of the game. Game 1 is now over and First University...
He ran to half court to shoot the last shot of the game? You telling me he on some J.R. Smith shit? What the fuck are we talking about?
First to get the win. They started the training arc straight after their match after realizing Fang has never played basketball a day in his life.
But he made the shot though. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't mad at them niggas for saying like, hey, something wrong with bro. Like, yeah, he made the last shot, but like, something wrong with that nigga. We need to get that nigga some practice. Something. We need to help him. That nigga got problems.
Took some time, but the hard work is finally starting to pay off. Stamina's getting better, handles are getting better. The only thing that was missing from his bag was dunking. So he heads to the rec late at night and tries to add it to his arsenal.
You don't have to dunk. You don't have to dunk.
But he soars higher than the rim and ends up hitting the ceiling. He jumped so high that when he came back down, he landed in a completely different...
Can we stop? Can we stop? Just don't do that. That made absolutely no sense in the run of the movie, bro. Why? Like, what made him dunk? What made him jump that high? For him to not be dunking on niggas, and then he tries to dunk on the goal by himself, and he jumps that high. Why?
Different part of the gym. Game 2 of the championship kicked off, and First University get it cracking with a slam dunk straight from the tip-off.
Oh, that was an alley. That's a crazy ass bucket, by the way. Nigga gets he gets the tip off. Right? But he slaps it, and he slaps it hard enough to where a nigga is essentially giving an alley-oop, and he dunks the ball. That's insane, bro. Insane. Where they do that? I want to watch. I want to watch. Tell me.
They pass the ball around until Fang gets the ball and greens it with one hand from the other side of the court.
Nigga, I'm not watching this movie at this point. This is Air Bud, but with a human. Like,
guys need to understand, this isn't the same man as before. He's actually got a bag now.
That's Kurgo.
Before he was doing something, but Fang steals the ball, goes through the legs, and leaps for the 3-point windmill dunk. But
the 3-point what? The 3-point what?
This joke man overshot the jump and hit the backboard. I mean,
oh my god.
he still made the dunk, but the net is finished. We then get a little montage of Fang hitting his signature dunks throughout the rest of the tournament. He was coming at 20.
Bro, this is Asian Sketch, by the way. I just want to let it be known. This is Asian Sketch. I know you've been looking at him like, man, he looks like Asian Sketch. This is Asian Sketch, my nigga.
16.
Hey,
The team make it to the finals and decide to celebrate their wins by heading to the club. But little did they know that players from the final match were lurking in the spot. The Bible captain came up to Fang and asked him to switch sides 2 days before the finals. Here's a bit of lore for you guys. It turns out Tien used to play for First University a couple years back and even became the captain at one point. But on the eve of the championship final, he switched up and took the best players with him. First University was 1 point down in the final seconds of the
Took the best players with him where?
Game. Wei had to make 2 free throws for them to take home the trophy, but he bricks them both, and ever since that day, he's been an alcoholic. The day of the final arrives. Team Fireball versus First University. I'm gonna give you guys a quick life lesson.
I could have sworn we was in high school. Maybe we in college. I don't know.
If you ever catch someone...
what the fuck are these niggas wearing, nigga? We supposed to be hooping. We supposed to be hooping. I can take my long little jacket off. Nigga, y'all got spandex on. Y'all got goddamn belts that are supposed to look like something across your body. Take it off and put on some hoop clothes. What are we doing? Why does everybody have a mask on like y'all look like Baraka? Mind you, that mask does not look good on that nigga. Oh my God, it doesn't.
Bane mask in real life, don't even look in their direction. In fact, just run the other way.
Bro.
Guys that own this mask don't give a toss about anything. The game starts and Fireball opens up the scoring with their star player hitting a spinning dunk.
Spinning dunk? All right, Vince Carter. We got Asian Vince Carter. Who else on his team? Who else on that nigga team? I know it is. I know it's somebody else. Also, this nigga down low. Number 8, that nigga, his whole jersey is fucked up. I just want y'all to see that. I'm gonna zoom in on it. I just want y'all to see that shit. That nigga whole jersey is fucked up. Well, we gonna go we gonna keep pushing forward. We gonna keep pushing forward like the good people we are.
Fang was tracking back but got distracted when he saw his parents. That's an interesting development. First University are finally on the ball and oh boy, you already know what these guys are on. They give him a quick knee to the chest.
They give him a what? Nigga, you out the game. That's worse than whatever Draymond has ever did. You're out the game, buddy. Get the fuck going. Next.
And a foot to the arm. The ref.
Is that the same dude? I can guarantee you that's Draymond Green. Next.
Sees everything and does nothing. The ops can never play fair in sports movie.
Blow the whistle.
These niggas were coming like Daichi High from Kuroko. They don't give a toss about your well-being. Fang realizes what's happening and enters the zone. Fang is locked in.
Nice, Sketch, go crazy. Chinese Sketch, go crazy.
There is no stopping him in this state. This guy doesn't even know what's going on. But the ops don't want to see a young nigga shining. They try to jump him, but he takes him out one at a time before channeling the power of Ja Morant and hitting a layup through the legs.
Just dunk it.
Bear in mind, that was their first bucket of the game.
What? What? That was their first bucket of the game? Are you serious? Nah, them niggas cook. Them niggas fry, right?
From here on out, Team Fireball didn't miss a single shot. Every time they released the ball, it was nothing but iris.
God. Yeah, them niggas fry, right?
However, luck happened to be on their side as the game came to a close when someone cut the power in the stadium.
Who is that? Nigga, you done cut out majority of the story. I can tell that.
The next day, we catch Uncle Lee and Fang sitting down on a bench.
The next day?
Fang tells them that his parents are at the game, but the talk gets interrupted when a gangbanger from the nightclub pulls up in a blacked out whip. He informs them that he was the one that caused the power outage because he put a bet of 5 M's on their team. The day of the final arrives.
On whose team? You put a bet that big on my team? You talking about the team that was gonna wait, we hit a shot and then you said, nah, them niggas ain't gonna win. What? Wait, nigga, you could have did that shit like 10 points in, 11, 12, 13. You had a lot of points to get to before you allowed us to score our 2 and then said, oh, no, them niggas ain't got it. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? But let's keep going.
Again,
Final
I guess you can call it part
University.
2. But I don't know how they're gonna play when their star players are crippled and the other 2 players are bums who barely got any screen time or a mention. But as fortune would have it, the teachers from the school put up to replace the players. The coach of the other team tried to say they're not university students, but apparently they were transferred yesterday. The match begins and Master Knee fires acupuncture from her mouth and into the armpit of the rival's captain. Bible grabs the loose ball and drives down the court. Master Huang takes up a frog stance and flies over them. Tian drives and goes for the dunk, but Huang reappears as he was mid-animation.
What the fuck?
He steals the rock and swings it to Fang for the dunk.
Hey, what's this called? Kung Fu Dunk? Yeah. Nah, y'all absolutely correct. There's nothing short of Kung Fu and dunk going on in this bitch. And by Kung Fu, I mean just Chinese, Japanese, just Asian martial arts. That's all I'm seeing. Or in the movie format. You feel me? Because them niggas could do anything. Them niggas could do anything that they fucking wanted to. So
no, we gonna watch that again.
Are you serious?
Hey! Team Fireball was then like, F the game, let's just get to scrapping. The court turns into a free-for-all with all the Kung Fu masters beating guys within an inch of their life. These action scenes will never cease to amaze me. Because how all the ups in the air at the same time? The crowd went crazy for the masters and so did the opposition. But as you can expect, they all got sent back to the locker room. And whilst they were there, they gave Fang a letter from his parents apologizing for their negligence. The game resumes and the presumably injured players have now recovered from their injuries, all thanks to the help of Master Wu. First University is back like they never left and are balling, but Fireball aren't gonna make it easy for them. Number 11 grabs the ball from the captain and greens the fadeaway over 2 people. Fireball then claps back a reverse layup to match the energy, but Fang does the most disgusting dunk I've ever seen in my life. This guy's in the air and he doesn't even know why. We are honestly witnessing the most outrageous plays in history.
Yes, we are.
I feel blessed to be able to talk over this.
Nigga, what the fuck is that? What is that? What is that? What did I just see? I just saw Kuriko lob up some crazy shit to that nigga with the red hair, bro. I forget that nigga name.
Dunk I've ever seen in my life. This guy's in the air and he doesn't even know why. We are honestly
behind the back. Throw it up to the hoop.
The most outrageous
jumping
in history.
Slapped it up. Didn't grab it. Slapped it up higher.
I feel blessed to be able to
reverse windmill to the hand and dunking that hoe. Bro, no, bro.
Through the legs, dunk, and it's cash.
Through the legs, dunk.
They call for a timeout.
What is he drinking? Was that a flask?
Let's talk over this.
Am I tripping?
Dunk, and it's cash. They call for.
That's a flask, my nigga. He's drunk. He's drunk on the court. Oh my god. Yo, this nigga's drunk on the court, fam. This nigga's drunk on the court. This nigga's drunk on the court. This nigga's drunk on the court. This nigga's drinking out a straight up flask, bro. And this, bro.
For a time
nobody saying nothing.
Left on the clock.
Nobody saying
the
nothing.
Final play and they go back onto the court. But from out of nowhere, Fang gets her back to the knee from the headmaster. This is just
what the fuck? Nigga, arrest him!
That's pure evil, and you can tell he's been waiting to do that. The match resumes and Fang gets the rock from the captain. He pulls up, greens the shot, and the ball flies through the air. It's game over. What a fudge! The referee gets the squad.
That's a fucking foul! Yo. The referee gets what? Hold on. Run me back, bro. The referee gets what? I'm immersed now. I'm just looking at all the bullshit. And I'm like, nigga, this is where you draw the line? Okay, what the fuck is your problem with this?
Flies through the air. It's game over. What a fudge! The referee gets.
That was the ref punching the ball back through the hoop, bro.
Flies through the air.
That was not a player.
Oh,
that's the referee.
What a fudge! The referee gets disqualified for hitting the ball out of the net, but because the clock was still running down, Fireball ended up with the win. And just like that, First University gets sent home packing. Nah, this is some BS for real. All their hard work, all their dedication, all their love for the game was gone just like that.
What?
But just when we thought it was over, Fang starts performing the altering universe technique with no training, no guidance, just off the rip. He's not into the speed force and starts running. Where is he even running to? This is his first time doing this. He completes the jutsu and everything gets frozen in time. No pun intended. The net began to defrost and a drop of water caused everything to revert and rewind to the point of the throw-in. Waves on the ball and swings the rock to the ace, only for him to shoot again. Did he not learn anything the first time? But I really jumped the gun because it was a pass to the captain for the ultimate slam dunk. And just like that, First University won the championship. The team comes together in normal fashion and celebrates the win with the whole stadium going crazy.
Oh my god,
the gangbangers parlay hit, so I guess everybody wins. Except for Fang, who looks over at his teammates celebrating with his parents that he thought were his. It's the day after the finals and Uncle Lee and Fang were sitting on the bench signing autographs. This is also the part where his uncle tells him he faked the letter from his parents to get the Masters to play in the final. This is some Eisen level manipulation. A random woman hops out of a limo asking for Fang and they just both hop into the whip with no questions asked. Never do this in real life. That's how people go missing. It turns out Fang's dad happens to be the richest man in Asia. He links up with his estranged father and asks why he left him in the bin. He said that he was dead broke those days and had to leave him. But why in the bin of all places though? Like, I just can't get past that fact. His dad tells him he's going to London tomorrow and wants him to come with, so that he can be the heir of his wealth. Fang and his uncle do the whole looking back at each other's stick as they depart from one another. He sheds a tear for Uncle Lee before leaving to go to London. It wasn't a tear of sadness, but rather a thank you for everything. He walks away in a slow-mo shot and his uncle comes to accept the reality of the situation. We then cut to him sitting down all on his own at the back of the restaurant where it all began, when suddenly, a random coin gets tossed into his wine glass, and there's only one person that this could be. Fang tells him he turned down the opportunity to go to London for the love of the game. The two of them share an emotional heart-to-heart before scheming their next move. Thank you guys for watching, and as usual, that's all she wrote.
Yo. Hey, shout out to you, bro. This was an incredible breakdown on some bullshit. And, oh man, the amount of times, not even the amount of times that I got lost, it's just the amount of times that I bought in to only be rewarded with nothing. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it, man. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. If y'all like the video, subscribe if y'all fuck with the vibe. Again, original video is in the description. But holy hell, that was dumb. That was just so dumb. That whole thing was dumb to me. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was dumb. Like, y'all motherfuckers, y'all niggas dumb as hell. Yeah. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about what the nigga, you tell me what the fuck you gonna do about it.